Welcome to another episode of Soul Men Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Battisto. Today's guest is Tye Monteiro. Tye Monteiro was a freshman on the farm. He's wrestling at Stanford. He was a three-time state placer, once for Garces, twice for Bakersfield High School. Really excited to have him on and to talk about his journey and what he's been able to do so far at Stanford. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Yeah, I see it. You're in the dorm right now?
Yeah.
How's that dorm life been?
It's not too bad. My roommate's not. He's a cool dude, so it's been good so far.
Yeah, you don't have to throw shade on your roommate, but for first, who is your roommate for one?
He's just like a regular student from Washington. But no, he's a cool dude. He's stupid smart though.
Yeah, was this because you started taking classes over the summer, right? So is this
Yes,
the same person that you've been rooming with, or what?
No, I changed. I'm in a whole new dorm now, so it's not too far. It's just like a block away from the old one. But the last kid, he was like a senior already. It was like, I don't know. It was kind of random. I don't know why I was paired with that guy, but
yeah. Hey, let me pause it for a second.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, I hate technology, man. I don't know how good you are with that kind of stuff, but
I'm not a technical guy.
Yeah. So you're frozen. See, I don't know if it's me or if it's you. I don't know what it is. Am I frozen?
No, I can see you moving.
Dude, this is not fun. Hold on.
Stanford's Wi-Fi is not great either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that huh? Do you find that out on just once you start doing classes? It's like, dude, the Wi-Fi sucks.
It's especially horrible on my phone, so I just stay off of it.
Gotcha. Well, we'll make it work, man. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. Dude, so what's been this process like since you got on campus? Like what you guys been up to? Like what have you been doing? I know you're doing school, but how's everything else going?
Everything's been great. Just getting accustomed with the team. We all get along like super good. We just hit it off right from the bat. But once we're settled in, summer was kind of light, practices, just nothing crazy. We just had our first mandatory, kind of not mandatory, but preseason workouts starting yesterday with Coach Ayers, so the new addition. But it's been good so far. I just started lifting hard again, so it's been good.
Yeah. So obviously, one of the things I think, as a freshman coming in versus high school, that transition normally is pretty tough on guys. What kind of things have you maybe had to change or adjust from just things that maybe you did in high school to now it's maybe learned something new?
For sure. It's a lot of it is a lot of heavy hand fighting, and there's no room to stop. There's no time for taking a break. A lot of chain wrestling, so chaining one thing after another, and I still not 100% great at it, but every day there's you gotta not stop wrestling.
But what's something that maybe sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying day by day it's getting a little better. A lot has to do with shape. In summer we were going hard, but now we're going hard. It's gonna be there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done hard things before. You know how to train hard. It's like you said, taking it day by day.
Yeah.
What about the campus? Have you gotten a chance to really walk around and do maybe some fun social things? Has it been what do you think about the campus?
For sure, yeah. I love this campus. It's beautiful. The weather's a lot nicer than back home in Bakersfield.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've got to meet a lot of people this week. We had new student orientation. We started a little later because we're on the quarter system, so we just started school on Tuesday. But yeah, I met tons of people this week. We've taken just strolls around looking at. It's you see a new part of campus every day. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. There's just something new to find out every day, so it's crazy.
Yeah. It's almost like a town. And I feel because I grew up going to Stanford dual meets and stuff like that. I feel like they're always building something too.
Yeah, there's a lot of construction going on right now. There's a big old crane somewhere up over there. But yeah, it is like a little town, like you said. They call it the Stanford bubble. This is all I know for the next 5 years or so.
I mean, it's still pretty sweet. Like, I mean, you just talked about your roommates from Washington. You got people from all over.
For sure.
Is that just, I guess, like just looking at some of your classes that you had, you started today or was it last Tuesday?
Oh no, I was wrong earlier. Yeah, classes started today. I had my first class today. My bad. Yeah.
How did class go? Did you learn
It was
anything
good. I only
cool?
had one. I'm taking Samoan for my language, so
Really?
it was recommended. It seems pretty fun actually. So, yeah,
Who recommended Samoan to you?
my athletic advisor actually, he said it's a good time. So, took his word on it. Seems good. The teacher's real nice, so should be good.
Yeah. Is this like a progression? Like this is Samoan one, and then if you
Yeah,
wanted to keep doing it, there'd be Samoan two.
you got to take three quarters of it, I believe. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's fun. It was a good time today. So we'll see how
Yeah.
if it gets more rough. We'll see.
Are you gonna like learn as a haka? Is that like was that on the syllabus? If you're gonna learn the haka or
It's
not?
not, but they want to teach me that, I'm with that. I learned all I learned how to say today is like hello, it's talofa,
Talofa.
talofa. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes.
What other classes are you taking this quarter?
So I'll be in Math 19, which is basically calculus. Um, I have I wasn't going to take this, but now I'm in it with a few of the upperclassmen on the team. It's called Life 101. And to be honest, I'm not completely sure what we even do in that. Today they said I didn't go today because I thought I was on the wait list, but apparently I can still come. So apparently today, the last 10 minutes, you just had to stare into somebody's eyes for the last 10 minutes. Like I don't know what that's about. I heard there's like meditating in that class and stuff, but 3 units is three
You just cut out just for a second.
main big classes. Oh my
Hold
bad.
on. Say that again.
But I was just saying those are my main like three big classes. But yeah, so nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're having a good time. I know. Was there maybe a point this summer where things, maybe you got some anxiety or some stress, just
Uh,
hearing that Cole left and all that
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. Not a little bit. I don't know. I was like, just thought it's crazy. Like my first experience with the college world. I mean, this happens a lot. It happened fast though. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I think it was just like a perfect world, like for all that stuff to happen for him. Like with Coleman leaving UNC, and so it was just a perfect timing thing for him. I mean, I guess not for us, but we love Coach Ayers so far. So far so good. Anxiety gone.
Yeah, I watched. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie or the documentary Veritas, like about John Trench.
I don't think so.
So that was the first time I saw Coach Ayers. He was just a young assistant, maybe like his second year out of
Yeah.
college coaching. And John Trench is the guy. He had goggles. He wrestled with goggles. Is
Yeah, I've seen that before.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah, like he was just a beast. He just, if he got poked in the eye, he could lose his vision. So he wore
Yeah.
goggles. But Ayers was one of those coaches in that. But dude, like I mean, with what he did at Princeton, and I think how he is always like this optimist.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that maybe you kind of picked up on, like his
Oh, for
optimism and
sure.
his
Yeah,
attitude?
he's always up. He's always in a good mood. Bringing us up with him. I mean, it's crazy to see what he did at Princeton. I think he said his first year they were like 0-30, like they didn't win a match the whole year, is what he
Yeah,
told me. And then to turn it around and then get them in the top 25 occasionally, is crazy. And you definitely see that attitude from him. He seems to be thrilled about being here and trying to keep us, because we believe that we were going up with Cole, and I think he's going to keep us on the track. He's thrilled to be here. We're thrilled to have him for sure.
yeah. Was there? I mean, you don't have to answer this question or not, but was there's any like, I might go with him to UNC, or was that something you kind of just know, like I'm going to stay here?
No, I knew I was going to stay here, and I think Cole even would not have wanted me to go. I mean, he knows how valuable a Stanford degree is, and that's the ultimate goal of why I'm here. I mean, obviously, there's the win a national title, all that, but I'm here to get that Stanford degree. Yeah,
Yeah, and this is kind of your dream school too, isn't it?
I always, yeah. My dad, you had him on here, right, before?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. he had me set goals. I think I was in kindergarten or first grade, and I was already into sports and stuff. Been wrestling for like a year or two. I said I wanted to wrestle at Stanford or play football at Notre Dame. So lifelong dream come true, I guess.
That's awesome, man. So when you were getting recruited, like obviously it was Stanford, but what were some of maybe the other schools that you were talking to that you were interested in?
So I took the only other visit I took was to Cal Poly, and I kind of wish I did take a little more visits, just get that experience, have some fun. But at first, North Carolina was Princeton and Penn were some good big options. I mean, the idea of having JB at the RTC is just crazy, So that was a big consideration. I would say there was like I wasn't considering really, but there was like Wyoming, a few other schools, but either it was like Ivy Leagues or staying close to home, Cal Poly or Stanford.
Yeah, because you've always been a pretty good student, right? So I'm sure, like
Yeah,
academically, you want to go to a place where you're going to get a good education.
for sure. Yeah.
Have you picked your major yet?
Yeah. I was kind of thinking econ at first, but I might go in this major here called MS&E. It's like management science and engineering. So, yeah, we'll see.
Dude, what if you got that degree and then you get hired and you could be like your dad's boss? That'd be pretty cool, huh?
I've literally told him that word for word. I told him I'm gonna graduate and then I'm gonna come be his boss.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really excited that you're gonna be able to compete this year. Obviously, things have kind of shaken up in the conference element. Obviously, I don't know. Like Pac-12 is cool. Like I wrestle in the Pac-12, but just for wrestling, it just seems like it's just had this steady decline.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
now it seems like it's kind of imploding. But Stanford's in the ACC, and I think they're wrestling in the ACC this year, right?
I think we have one more year Pac-12s.
One more year. So yeah, last go around, and then we're in the ACC. That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. So you're going to be going out to North Carolina. You're going to be going out to Virginia.
Yep.
Is that something that kind of like you're excited about? It's just in general, those team trips and stuff like that.
For sure. Yeah. Start of a new era kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if we have back-to-back weekends across the country, that's not going to be like super fun, but it's definitely exciting. There's always like been the thought of like once I knew I was coming here, be like a Pac-12 champ and stuff. So, I mean, if that doesn't happen, oh well, ACC champ. But yeah, it's exciting though. A lot of more big schools, but a lot of them are out of the Pac-12 too, Big 12, and I don't know what's gonna happen in the Pac-12. It's kind of just crazy how it's just disbanded.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for like Cal State Bakersfield and Cal Poly, and
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, even like Oregon State. Like, I mean, really, where are we going to go? Like, you're going to have to go to either some far and away conference like ACC, or maybe sneak into the Big 12. But at this point, we just have these giant conferences. But
yeah, they're getting big. It's gonna be you qualify, you win one match, you're going to NCAA's.
yeah, I mean, it just gives you more opportunities. Like, if you go to ACC, oh, dude, I should know this. I don't know how many schools are in the ACC for wrestling. Maybe like 7 or 8.
It sounds about right in the ballpark. Yeah.
But you got 3 or 4 ranked guys at your weight, then you just beat one of them, and you're probably going to go. But
yeah.
What weight are you going to wrestle this year?
84s.
Is that for sure?
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, that's for sure.
How much do you weigh right now?
I walk around. I went back home for a little bit. I got up to almost 200. I was weighing like 198. If I came back here, it's easier to gain weight back home.
Yeah, dude.
I'm walking around like 195 right now, so not too bad. It'll come off easy.
Dude, those college summers were like, dude, like mom's not making food every night. Like, I need to figure this out quick.
Yeah, it's definitely different. We just moved into athlete dining though. All summer, it was just football. It might have been just football, maybe basketball too. They got athlete dining, the golden children of the sports. So we had regular dining all summer. We had like
what was that like?
Oh, we had like chicken tiki masala every other day. It was horrible, dude.
Oh my gosh.
But now it's so good. We've had some steak last night, some mac and cheese, the good stuff. So now it's better.
Yeah. Well, when I did camps there, they had this hall. I don't know what you call it. This banquet hall or food hall or whatever that you call it.
Uh-huh.
It was almost like buffet style, dude. And I was
Yeah.
like, dude,
No.
I want to go here. Like you can
Yeah.
eat like all this good food every day.
Oh yeah.
But apparently no. If it's regular students, you just get the same old gruel pretty much every day. It's
Yeah.
probably not that bad though. It's
It's
just
not
the
horrible.
repetitiveness of it.
It's repetitive. It's not horrible though. But yeah, I've been eating there, and then I'll take a to-go box for. They only have to-go boxes for athlete dining, and then I take a to-go box and eat some later if I get hungry at night. And then they have like unlimited chocolate milk, and that's my drink. Like I've down half gallons of chocolate milk at a time. So that's a blessing for sure.
Dude, are you gonna like put stuff up on your walls or just gonna remain blank
No,
forever?
yeah. I gotta order some budget. I gotta get some LED lights in here or something. I'm starting a Polaroid wall. All the homies that come in here and stuff. So the teammates.
Do you just have are those pictures over there?
Where?
Is that the Polaroids next to the
Oh yeah,
closet?
up there. Yeah.
You just got 3 so far. Okay.
Yeah. The film's expensive. I know I can buy
Yeah.
that.
Maybe you need to get some stuff that's like could be like a placeholder until you're able to complete the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a flag or like,
Yeah. I need
pictures.
like some posters or something. Back home, I got a canvas, a big old canvas. Like probably take up half this wall. It's like a Kobe one. But I gotta bring it. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but yeah, that's coming next time for sure.
Gotcha. Are you driving while you're there, or are you got a
No,
bike, or how you getting around?
I got this electric scooter right here next to me. Takes me wherever I need to go.
Is
I
it
had a bike, but it got
yeah.
stolen.
What? Already?
Yeah, I had an electric bike and it got stolen like 2 weeks into my summer.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I got a scooter, bring it up to my room. Ensure more safety.
Yeah, is it one of those like hoverboard things, or is it one that you kind of like you
Nah,
you do this
it's
with?
a scooter.
Oh, yeah, there you go. But just be like your roommate and bring the actual bike in.
Oh yeah, he's like a cyclist or something. I don't know. He be doing like 100 miles at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loves that stuff. It's not me though.
Dude, that's have you ever been like long distance bike riding before? It's supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah, it's never crossed my mind as something I really want to do.
Well, I know Stanford used to do the campus loop.
Oh,
Where you do
yeah.
like a whole
I'm
loop
actually gonna
around.
do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
time?
probably the 7:45. I got a 9:30 class, so I'm gonna go with he used to go to Poway. His name's Jason Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna hit a run tomorrow. Gotta love the
Yeah, that'd
Cali.
be cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the first time, so there's like you can run it one way, which is kind of like easier to manage. But when I did with the camp, we ran it for some reason the opposite way, and me and like 10 other people got lost, and we were like in the front.
Yeah.
So
They also have this one like run called the Dish. I think it's uphill. It's a few miles. You've done that before?
yeah, so Ray Blake was putting us through the run, and like there's like one where it's kind of like so you run like the first part, and then it's kind of flat, and then there's another part where it's like almost like straight up.
Yeah.
And they'll try to trick you. Like you'll do some like the first part, and then like they'll do some like the upper part, and then we'll start back at the beginning, and they're like, all right, now run all the way up. So you think like you're halfway or you're almost done, and they're like, no, go all the way up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's great because you just get to, for one, the scenery part, like the campus is beautiful, and two, it's like you get to do all these different things.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not the worst place to be.
Yeah. I kind of want to backtrack a little bit and ask you some hard questions just because I'm curious. And you can, if at any point I cross the line, you just tell me to shut up and we can move on. So, like, for one, like, I feel like I've gotten to know you and your family just over the last few years. I think, you're a hard worker, you're a good kid, and you're talented. Dude, what, if I've even asked this question before, but what happened at the state tournament, man? What was going on? Like, obviously you're talented, you came in. What happened?
I probably kind of overlooked that match, I guess. I mean, I know he's a solid wrestler. I don't know if I was in my own head or what. I thought it was gonna be easy, but my leg defense went out the window. So I got ridden out. I got that kind of gassed me out, I would say, I guess. And then I don't know. I just got funked a little bit. I kind of over pursued a tight waist tilt, and then just hit. I've never been hit with that roll before, so props to him, I guess. But um, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm happy with the way I finished though. After that,
Yeah.
I avenged the earlier season loss. That was nice, but kind of lit a fire under me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, that's kind of the only thing you can really do with that is use
Mm.
it maybe as a way to, all right,
Next
figure out like, all
thing,
right,
yeah.
yeah, what's the next thing? And kind of, like you said, like light a fire.
Hmm.
What are maybe some things that you kind of took from that tournament that you feel like are kind of helping you now, whether it's
Uh,
mental or physical or technical?
so technical, I I rushed that tight waist tilt a lot, and that was a big problem of mine. And my dad coaching me up has told me how I do it all the time. I go side to side instead of over the shoulder on my tight waist tilts, and then I get rolled through. Um, so I've definitely learned not just there, but everywhere to like slow things down. In all of my wrestling. So if I'm in on a leg and sprawl, I'm not trying to rush the finish. Just step by step, climb up. All that stuff. Just making sure I secure whatever I have before I take it. So I would say I took mostly technical things from that, and mental as well. Just definitely not overlooking anybody. I kind of did that again at Elite Eight Duels. I wrestled there in April, and I thought one of my matches was gonna be easy, and it ended up being with a barn burner match with a kid that didn't belong in there with me. So yeah, it was bad, but
Yeah. I
live
mean,
and
it'll
learn.
happen, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
live and learn. I mean, it'll happen sometimes, and I think it's just like what you said. It's just kind of maybe like a check, and it's just gonna be a fire, something that you can kind of use to just
for
to
sure.
figure out what you need to figure out.
Yeah,
Um, Kind of going back before, something that I talk to your dad sometimes. He's like, once you're in college, like he's just gonna kind of let you kind of go
yeah,
on your own. Is that true? Like, is he been kind of like leaving you alone with the wrestling part, or is he,
for sure.
still
Yeah,
hitting
I
you up and
mean,
talking?
there's these little tips and stuff everywhere. He'll tell me. Uh, he saw me wrestle a few days ago, and he just sends me a text while I'm wrestling and he says you're not doing enough hand fighting. You're just on the outside. You get in there. So there's a little bit here and there, but it's definitely been way different than before. We just call and text every once in a while, check up, but it's definitely he's not my coach anymore. He's just the dad now.
Yeah. So kind of going back to your high school years, I mean, you started off at Garces and then, COVID happened. And then after you came and you wrestled at Bakersfield High School, um,
Yeah,
talk about just what it means to wrestle for BHS. It's a storied history. A lot of
yeah,
really awesome guys came out of there. I don't know if you know this, but Ampiero, he was a couple years older, but we were roommates in college. Pretty cool dude.
yeah.
I guess just talk about, kind of just your overall experience with Bakersfield High School and, maybe just being a part of that legacy now.
I loved it, dude. I wouldn't take back my time at BHS for anything. Um, Garces, nothing bad to say about them, but it was just opened up to like a whole new world. There's a lot more diversity there at BHS. Made tons of friends. That wrestling team will like always be my brothers on that team. Still talk to those guys every day. Got a little group chat, but yeah, I love those guys. And Adam, my time with Adam was great. I mean, my freshman or not freshman year, my first year there, so sophomore, I guess he would be beating on me pretty bad, and then by the end, it's neck and neck. Maybe sometimes I'm getting him, sometimes he's getting me. Um, but yeah, it was definitely fun to see that development through just wrestling with him and kind of just growing with him. Like I'll get him one day and he'll be like, "Tomorrow's I'm gonna get it" or something. We even compete in the weight room, and he'd say, "You won today," or "He won today." But yeah, it was just fun being competitive with him. But yeah, I love everyone on that team. We're trying to get someone on that team over here right now. We're
Yeah,
trying.
who's that?
Bo.
I don't know if you can talk about that. That might be a compliance issue. You might have just broke compliance. I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
I think we're good. I don't think we're good. I'm just messing with you. But
Yeah, no. I hope he watches this, so he knows he needs to come here.
Are Bo and Braden, they both, I mean, you got to be up to snuff academically. Are they good students?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both on top of their schoolwork. Yeah, they should be good.
So something that, so we interviewed Grant Leith, I want to say maybe almost a year ago. But that's one of the things, like, it's like, you got to have like this amount of AP courses and you got to take like this particular course and things like that. And I just wish like kids that are interested in Stanford, like they know like, hey, that's the kind of the path that you need to be on.
Yeah, for sure.
Was that something that, when you kind of made that switch from Garces to BHS, like, okay, like this is kind of my dream school, did you kind of know, or was it kind of like guesswork, or what was maybe that path and just try to align yourself academically in order to be able to get accepted in?
Even if I didn't know I was going to Stanford, like my freshman year, even sophomore year, but it was just always do the best I could. There's no like settling for less. So we just didn't want to rule that out. The possibility of going to a school like Stanford or Princeton or anything like that. So it was mostly my dad on top of me about taking these classes or whatever. And looking back, I could have probably done more. I mean, there's so much more I could have done, applied myself more in something, but there's always that. There's always room for improvement. So, but yeah. Yeah, I remember talking about the Stanford thing. I was in a class because Garces and BHS, they have a little different the way they go by classes, like by grade. So I was in basically a freshman class my junior year taking biology or something like that because we hadn't taken that yet at Garces. And I got a text from Leith one time, and then I was in my biology class, and Coach Enoch called me. And I was like, I told my teacher, can I go take this call? And I went the hallway, and we just had like a 15-minute FaceTime. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. With like Leaf and Enoch and Deacon and those guys, like, are they, and you don't have to, if you don't know, you don't need to, or if it's a secret, you don't need to tell me. Is that something, are they going to stay on with Ayers, or are they going to head out? Like, what's the situation with that?
I think there's a little bit of both, but I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. And I don't
Yeah,
know
no worries.
So
yeah, no, I was like curious. It just kind of happened, but you don't need to like say other people's business like that. If you know, if it's a secret, I get that.
Maybe off air. You can know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I kind of want to go back just when you first started wrestling, like, was that something that, I mean, I guess going back, when did you start wrestling for one? When did you start wrestling?
Like really probably when I was 5 years old. I mean, I remember 6 and under, like Reno Worlds. I went out there.
Yeah.
I would get like the first takedown, and then I'd get reversed or something. I start crying, and I got pinned. Or, yeah, my dad was not thrilled about that, but those are just the learning things. I mean, going through the years. So, like 6 and under, and then maybe next year or no, probably 2 years after that. I mean, I got third at Reno, or it went fifth and third. So it was just like, I guess I've been competitive my whole life. It was mainly my dad pushing me. If I'm being completely honest, like wrestling was not my thing at a young age. I disliked it, and it made me and my dad like fight a lot. Not at that young of an age, but when we were older, and I just like hated it. Not hated it, but it was definitely not fun. But I remember like 8th grade, like me and my dad. That's when we started, like scrapping, and so it's been fun the last like 5 years getting in with my dad and starting to actually earn my takedowns on him. He's getting old, so.
Yeah, you just gotta get them tired. That's how you beat those old guys. You just get them tired, and then you can score. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I was just talking with a couple people, and they're like, I probably need to lose weight. Like, I don't want to get to the point where Tye comes back and he's just gonna beat my butt because I'm not even in shape. So
yeah,
I gotta be ready for that.
Yeah, he's trying to slim down. I think for when I come back, he says he wants to still be able to work me for a while. So, but we'll see about that.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be light too. I don't know how big Carson's going to be, but he's
Yeah,
got to be a partner for Carson too.
yeah. I think Carson will be pretty tall, so hopefully he fills out. He's a little skinny right now, so but he'll get there. He's been working.
Do you feel like I mean this might be a dumb question, but him just like looking at you, he's like, dude, you're like the example now. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
for
you're a
sure.
good student, you got a scholarship to Stanford, you're a Division I athlete. It's like,
Mm.
all right, I gotta kind of follow your footsteps a little bit.
Yeah,
Is
for
that
sure.
something where it's kind of like maybe how you were, where it was kind of like I don't really want to do this 100% like with wrestling, or is it something that he's kind of all in?
Um, he's been a little hesitant, but this last year was the first year he really started wrestling. I mean, he's like completely in love with football. He's obsessed with it. Um, I loved it too, but not like he does. But he's been getting into wrestling. So right after football season's over for him, he'll be back in the room. But yeah, he definitely looks up to me a lot, and I mean, it's just my dad references me a lot, saying, "Look at your brother," like blah blah blah. But yeah, him looking up to me and like our relationship, that was probably like the hardest part about leaving home. Like I know he takes it the hardest. So I just yeah, probably I just try to keep up with him a lot, as much as I can. Text him, see how he's doing and all that.
Yeah, he's was he in third grade, fourth grade,
I think third. Yeah,
third grade? Yeah, dude, that's a hard time. It's like your big brother leaves.
yeah, for sure.
What's the age difference? I
He
can't do
is
math. Is that
he's
10?
8 years.
Yeah. So Steve was 10 years older than me. And that was like when he went to the military, it was like, oh, you're leaving me.
Yeah,
It was hard, dude.
only child now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard on the little brothers.
for sure.
Um, yeah, so I guess like, moving forward with this season, you got a new coach, you're in a kind of a new environment. We talked a little bit about just kind of looking forward maybe towards the end of the season, but what are some things that you feel like you need to do in order to make that jump where you're not just, being competitive with good guys, but beating good guys and possibly getting on the podium? Like, what are some things that you feel like you need to work on or do?
Um, so like I said, the chain wrestling a lot.
Mhm.
Probably just maximizing my gas tank, and that'll lead to the better chain wrestling and just overall wrestling in general. But I would honestly say that's the main thing, and then getting off bottom and my riding on top is a big thing. I'm pretty comfortable and confident on my feet, but yeah, when I get on bottom, there's some work to be done on both sides.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you need to do? Like, is it something where you gotta get maybe some extra time, like with a coach, or are you allowed to kind of go in on your own and train? Like, what's the situation with that?
For sure, you can either one of those. I I try to get with Deacon as much as I can and wrestle with him. I mean, he beats the crap out of me like whenever I go with him. He's super good on the wrist on top, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's if he just trapped me today. I mean, we wrestled for a 3 minute go today, and he got the wrist. I mean, I don't know. There was nothing I could do once he got it behind my back. But I didn't get turned today. It's improvement. Um, usually it's give up quite a few back points, but yeah, I mean Deacon's an animal, dude. He's
Yeah.
oh,
He's a savage, man.
yeah,
Is there like anything that maybe specifically you might have picked up either from Leith or from Enoch or from Deacon that maybe like you want to share that you feel like you're kind of implementing now, whether it's wrestling wise or just life wise?
for sure. With Deacon, I'm definitely trying to develop like his wrist series on top. I think it would be like great for me. Grant has a lot of slick stuff. Like he does a lot of. He's really smooth and slick. So just adding that into my wrestling, just trying to be as like smooth and flow as nicely as possible. And then Ayers recently, recently because he just got here, but um, some way different leg defense. It's been helping a lot. It's definitely something that I've never seen before, but I'll be using it in the future.
What's the defense? Is it like grabbing and putting on a hip? Like, is it
Uh,
sitting
Actually,
and stepping
he
out?
calls it leg offense, so not defense. But yeah, so not the foot that's in, but the other foot that's outside of your hips. You just grab it and then pull it to the hip, and then it's just like a little pivot, and put your like stink bug, kind of put your butt in the air, and then you just kind of have to like swim out. It's kind of hard to
Hmm.
explain, but
No, I think what you're saying. So you're kind of using it to kind of trap them, just like how you
yeah.
would if you're grabbing the leg that's in, and then are you getting like your hips up on them, or is your
hmm
butt going straight up in the air?
It's going straight up, and then you kind of swim and then get on top.
Wait, when you say stink bug, you mean like putting their butt in their face, like kind of thing? What
No,
are you
like
saying?
putting your
Like
butt
getting your
straight
hips
in the air.
back?
Like what?
Whatever. Yeah, no,
Oh,
whatever, dude. I don't
just
know.
just just watch me wrestle this year, and
Okay.
if I get leg road, you can see.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Um, yeah. So what about like, I guess, you're not kind of quite like in like the thick of things like academically, but at
Mhm.
some point you will be.
Yeah.
Is that something that they kind of talk to you about? Like, hey, when midterms come or when your finals come, like this is kind of how we're going to structure training, or if we have, if it's during travel, like this is how we're going to do things. Like, do they give you any kind of tips and tricks as an athlete being able to balance those stuff?
Not yet. I'm sure that those talks will come up, but as of now, it's just nose in the books and then straight to the mat after. So yeah.
Do you guys have access to like an academic center? Or, I'm sure you do, but
Yeah.
what's that look like?
So we have this thing called the ARC. I honestly forgot what it stands for, but it's where all the athletic advisors are. You can go in there and they'll help you with your work, and
Yeah.
um, it's really nice. And during the summer it was quiet. I haven't been in there yet, but I heard it gets pretty packed. But it's definitely nice to find new places to do your schoolwork, because if I could try to do it in my room, I'll get distracted, all that stuff. So I like to go out.
Yeah. I mean, I always kind of struggled just being at home because it's like, do you play video games at all?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
dude,
like
the Xbox is right there. Are you a PlayStation guy or an Xbox guy for one?
PlayStation. It's right next to your head right now.
Oh, is that, what do you mean? It's right next to
No,
my head?
no, it's right here. It's right here.
Oh, I gotcha.
Uh,
What games are you playing right now? Is it just Call of Duty?
uh, I'll play Fortnite with Carson when he wants to play. I'll play Rainbow Six Siege a lot.
Yeah.
I play with my boy Aiden Simmons on the Drillers.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah, we
out.
go
Shout out the
crazy,
Simmons brothers.
crazy duo.
Who's the best person at video games on the BHS team overall?
Probably Aiden.
Really? He's a
Yeah,
gamer?
he's really good at that game. Yeah, I don't know how, because he's really good at wrestling too. So I don't know how he's just good at all these things, but
Yeah, I mean, if you look at like some of the best wrestlers, like Dave Schultz, dude, really good at chess. Actually, I don't know if he's really good at chess. He just would play it a lot.
yeah,
Maybe that's the secret. You just do it a
it was
lot
a
and you
it
get
was a
better.
quantity not quality thing.
Yeah. Do you play like anything else like chess or any of the other stuff?
I try to get
Like
into it,
non-video games?
but I'm like so bad at it. I can't figure it out, dude. I'll get on chess.com and play random people online. It's just like they just run through me. Uh,
Yeah, you have to be kind of careful with people playing online. Like chess.com has gotten, I play chess a lot. They're better about it, but what people will do is like they'll have the game open
mm-hmm.
and then they'll have a computer set up to like hard difficulty and they'll play as like the opposite
uh,
color and they'll make the moves that you make
mm,
and then they'll just make those moves in your game that the computer is making.
that's the new strategy. Thank you.
Well, don't cheat. Don't do that.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, he's play in person.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, we've been going for like 45 minutes. Is there anything else maybe that you want to talk about? Like anything that maybe just you've been thinking about that you want to just kind of get off your chest?
I'm not good at these types of things. I gotta be if I'm
How's let
pumped
me
with something, I'll answer. But
okay. Well, let me ask you a personal question. So
yeah,
I know for me, and you can tell me to shut up if I'm crossing the line a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Like so I had my high school girlfriend my
Mm,
first I think year and a half in college, and that was something that was hard because it's long distance.
Yeah.
You're kind of in that similar boat. How's that been going, I guess, overall? Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Never mind, bro.
I'm saying no. It's okay. It is personal, but it's okay. I'm just saying
Got it.
it's not going. Not going.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. Trying to get up now.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all good.
All right, man.
I'm not a super private person. All good.
You're not?
I don't. I mean, not really.
I don't know. I mean, some things like, yeah, you kind of, I think, need to kind of keep it in because you don't want to be, if you're somebody that's just always talking about, your
Yeah.
issues or your problems, it's
Oh
like,
yeah. Not one
yeah,
of those. Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough, man. Well, hey, dude, I'm glad you're able to come on, and
Yeah, me too.
yeah, it was fun. And at some point, dude, when you come back, if you want to do a clinic or you want to do a camp or anything like that, we can
Oh yeah,
kind
I'd
of
love.
set something up.
Yeah. That's already been on mine, so that'll definitely be something to look forward to.
Cool, man. I'm excited for this season. Are you gonna redshirt or is the plan to wrestle right away?
I've been going back and forth. I mean, I have faith in myself. I believe I could start, but I've been debating whether what would be best for me.
Yeah.
If I don't redshirt, it's easier to stay motivated. Like trying to win this year now. But redshirting, I could get a whole lot better with the year under my belt. Just training, college, college like, and so I've been going back and forth, but we'll see.
Yeah. I think with the new rule, like you could wrestle 5 attached meets and maybe
Yeah.
get that experience. But I think one of the regrets that I had is that when I redshirted, people never like I thought a redshirt was just you just kind of get to chill like your first year. You know what I mean? It was like a free year, and it's not, dude. It's like it's a year to get better and be intentional. So I think even if you don't end up, starting or if you don't end up competing attached past those 5, if you end up doing that, dude, treat it like it's here. It's like, dude, I'm training as if I was getting ready to compete this year, anyways.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, dude, you don't know what happens. Like somebody might get hurt, something bad might happen, and yeah, you might be the guy. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Hopefully next time you have you on, you got stuff on your walls.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it'll be decorated.
All right, Tye. Later,
All right,
dude.
thank you.
Thanks, man.